Hello. So, for today, I've decided to counterbalance the heavy energy that I channeled in my last video. So, the means I decided were to use song, to use sound, to use poetry with music. So, poetry, there was a time not too long ago where it was quite normal to recite poetry to one another. It was the correct way to engage poetry. It was understood to be something that needs to be evoked. So imagine like the family gathering, let's say 1 or 2 generations ago. So you would open the book and you would recite poetry, because it was understood the power of the uttered word was something that was practiced. So I have selected a love song and a hate song to remain within the theme of counterbalance, of counterbalancing. And I have I'm never too sure about order, but like the sequence, I'm sure about order. I'm never too sure about the sequence of things, because in the end, it doesn't matter, because my order is constructed in a way that the end goes into the beginning. So in that way, wherever you start, you will inevitably go around the circle. So, yes, today I come before you in the form of the bard. And I shall set the tone. With a rhyme. To set the tone, I will set the tone. What I have in my left hand, in English, it's called a singing bowl. You may also call it a cup, a grail, the Holy Grail. In my right hand, I have the instrument to play the instrument. Just as a violin needs its bow, the bow. The singing bowl needs the wand, needs the stick. I will look for other names later, but we can just call it a wand. So, the rhyme. The rhyme is something found in poetry and in song. And if you look closely, you will find things rhyming everywhere. Because we can call the rhyme by another name. We can call it resonance. Yes, resonance. I will look at the Merriam-Webster dictionary, which I have just absolutely loved using as of today. So, the quality or state of being resonant. A vibration of large amplitude in a mechanical or electrical system caused by a relatively small periodic stimulus of the same or nearly the same period as the natural vibration period of the system. So maybe we don't even need to go further down the disambiguation. This is quite a nice sentence. So, if you look into the singing bowl, you will see the circle. That is its lip. And the resonance that I produced was by putting my wand on the outer rim of the circle and gently, consistently increasing the stimulus. A vibration of large amplitude in a mechanical or electrical system caused by a relatively small periodic stimulus of the same or nearly the same period as the natural vibration period of the system. If I increase the force applied, if I increase the velocity in which my wand caresses the cup, we will reach a breaking point. I think you heard it, the breaking point. I found another term for it. In fact, inside the physics and such, it is called disastrous resonance. Disastrous. And it is disastrous because the perfection, the pure gets messed up. Okay, so this was setting the tone. This was the introduction. I will go deeper into the reasons why I did not like the energy that I channeled. Maybe in this video, in this recording, or the next. But it is something that I want to explore, want to show you more of, share more of it, go deeper into it. Yeah. So I have decided that I will teach you German. I think that it is a wonderful language that you will be able to make much use from. So there is hardly a better way to learn a language than by song, by understanding the songs of the language, by understanding how the words of the language, when gently caressed by the wand, by the instrument of your will, can produce such lovely tones. But first, I want to talk about the singing bowl a bit more. So, in English, it sings. In German, it's called eine Klangschüssel. So, Klang is something different from song. There is actually an English Klang exists in English as well, but I guess it would be pronounced clang, and a clang is maybe, no, this bowl makes too beautiful of a sound. A clang is maybe, yeah, something like this. This is a clang. So, Klang, as a noun, describes harmony with compartmentalized frequencies that are with distributed compartmentalized frequencies. So there is a condition stated in the article I'm looking at right now. The condition is an elastic body that produces the tone, the sound. So the body needs to be elastic. And metal, this singing bowl is made of metal. Metal is elastic. The thing I tapped my wand on before was a ceramic pot in which my tea, my ginger tea, resides. Oh, it's very nice. I put some honey in it as well. Let's just go to the song. You know, I've already decided what to talk about with my serious voice. Maybe I'll tell you quickly right now. The next time I use my serious voice, I will talk about resonance. I will talk about perspective. I will talk about degree. I will talk about vocation. And lastly, I will talk about charge. I will charge you. But this is for another time. Now, I am a bard. I channel the energy of the bard. Okay, so we will start with the love song. And the title of this song is Für die Sterne. And it translates for the stars. The woman who wrote and performed this song is quite an amazing woman. Her name is Dorothea Kehr. So, like the English version would be Dorothy. But in English, Dorothy is associated with the Wizard of Oz, and I think Dorothy, if you think about a Dorothy, you will picture a girl with red shoes. So, this Dorothy is no girl. This Dorothy is a queen. And the Y in English, Dorothea, as opposed to Dorothy, this Thea, I don't know, there's some strength in there. And her last name is Kehr. And Kehr is a very cool word as well, because there exists the word verkehrt, which means upside down, but not upside down with a fixed up and a fixed down. In fact, it means reversed. If we consider the verb kehren. You can translate it as to flip, to put it on the other side. But you can also use a broom zu kehren. Den Boden, the floor, kehren. So, in fact, by using the broom and cleaning the floor, you are in fact inverting it. You are inverting the disorder into order. If we use the noun of verkehren, verkehr, this applies to traffic. But traffic, in a sense, congested. Yes, that kind of traffic. There is more, but I will stop here. For her artist name, in French, there is a term nom de guerre, and it means name of war. So the name you don when going to war, when performing your art. Yeah, she has changed her name to Doda. It was once Dota Kehr, and now it is just Doda. Okay, so we go to the song. The song that is called For the Stars. It starts like this. I will read you the first verse. Ich kenn einen Jungen, so seltsam und weise. Yeah, we'll just go line by line. Ich kenne einen Jungen. So this means I know a boy. Not a man, a boy. So seltsam und weise. So strange and wise. It goes on with the second line. Manchmal ist er Stunden ganz versunken und leise. Sometimes, for hours, he is completely immersed. No, submerged. Versunken. Sinken, to sink. You have the connection in English as well. Versunken. Submerged. Versunken und leise. Submerged and quiet. It only makes sense if you are underwater. Of course you will be quiet. Because sound travels differently through water. The whales would disagree, but human sound travels differently. Dann wieder wild und kaum zu halten. So then, or this then implies an abrupt change. Then he is again wild and almost impossible to stop. Kaum zu halten. Hardly holdable is a very precise translation. Als wäre er erfüllt von Naturgewalten. As if he was filled with forces of nature. Natur, Gewalten. He says, sagt, he says, ich bin nicht hier, mich zu bemühen. I am not here to, like, the first translation that comes to my mind is to make an effort, but this is not precise enough. Die Mühe is labor, toil, arduousness, troubles. You can use effort, but it needs to be modified. It is vain effort. It is vain endeavor. So he says, I'm not here to toil. I'm not here to toil the land as God has commanded. This is something that rhymes on another plane, that resonates on another plane. And this is the true power of song, that it resonates in your mind with things that are not even in the lyrics. Okay, so he says, ich bin nicht hier, mich zu bemühen. Ich bin hier, zu glühen. And so, first he says, he defines, or he tells what he is not here to do. And then he goes on to say what he is here to do. And what he is here to do is to, here again, shine is the first translation that comes to mind, but this again we need to modify, we need to refine. Glühen is something that metal does when imagine that my wand that I used to apply force, directed force to my singing bowl. Imagine that this directed force is just increasingly applied and not limited by the toil my body can produce. So what would happen? It would reach a point where, well, first of all, the sound would break. That is to say, it would reach a frequency that our human apparatus is not able to register. And then it will start to get hot. First it will start to get warm, but then it will start to get hot. So hot, in fact, that it will start to glow. And this is the correct translation. And in fact, it's obvious. I don't know why I hadn't thought of it instantly. Glühen is to glow. So he's not here to toil. He's not here to toil. He's here to glow. Ich bin hier, zu glühen. And then the next line comes the rhyme, another rhyme. Well, it was a rhyme before. Bemühen, glühen. And now comes blühen. And blühen is something a flower does. It blooms, it blossoms. So he's here to glow, to present. No, not even present. He's here to shine the light of his glowing around him. Not needing the effort to point it in this or that direction, to produce I think you understand. So we go on. Now the positive is counterbalanced. The positive turns into a negative again. So after he says that he's here to glow and to bloom, to blossom, he says, ich bin nicht hier, dir zu gefallen. Ich bin nicht hier, dir zu gefallen. So he says, I'm not here for you to like me. Gefallen. Let's look at some translations. To please someone, to appeal to someone, to do someone a favor, to scratch someone's back, to oblige someone, to put up with something, to acquiesce. Or here is a translation that says to take a shine to something. So it's so beautiful. He's not here for the other to take a shine. Oh, I think I'm jumbling a bit here, but you understand. So he's here just to shine, and not that somebody takes a shine to him. This is correct. It's so nice. Ich bin nicht hier, dir zu gefallen. Ich bin hier, zu glühen. Ich bin hier, zu blühen. Fucking beautiful. Okay, so this is the chorus that I just read. We go on to the second verse. Ich weiß noch genau, wie wir uns trafen. I remember exactly, or I still know exactly, how we met. Der Himmel war blau. Ich hatte schlecht geschlafen. So I put two lines together. The sky was blue and I had slept badly. Der Himmel war blau. The sky was blue. Ich hatte schlecht geschlafen. I had badly slept. So slept badly. So the chorus is not the... No, I'll just continue. Er saß gegenüber in einer Regionalbahn. So he sat across in a train, a regional train. Und erzählte über Dinge, die mir vorher egal waren. And he talked about things that I didn't care about before. So this before makes all the difference. Because we see here that this boy, his glow, his blossoming, produced the effect of changing the perspective of the girl. It says nowhere that she is a girl, but it would only make sense that if she talks of a boy, that she is a girl, because boys and girls go together. Die mir vorher egal waren. And the way she sings it, you would be forgiven to misunderstand her as saying, die mir voll egal waren. And voll egal is just absolutely don't care about, no? Just so you hear the rhyme that isn't there, the resonance that isn't there. And then we repeat the chorus. He says, I'm not here to toil. I'm here to glow. I'm here to bloom. I'm not here for you to take a shine to me. There are other translations, like to ask a favor. Der Gefallen, in fact, the noun, is the favor. Das Gefallen, if we change the pronoun, is the liking. So, but now the chorus evolves into... The chorus evolves. So he's not here to toil, he's here to glow, he's here to bloom and blossom, and he's not here for you to take a shine to him. Nein, so no, ich bin hier für die Sterne. So no, I'll tell you what I'm here for. I'm here for the stars. Und ich bin hier sehr gerne. And I enjoy very much being here. So we have Sterne und gerne. Und ich bin hier, weil ich lerne. And I'm here because I'm learning. So we have Sterne, gerne, lerne. Just so simple, so elegant. It's nice. And then the latter part repeats. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. I'm not here to please you, for you to take a shine to me. Oh, this... I did not come across that translation before. It's so nice. So then we have more of the love song bit, I guess. Und ich sehe ihn oft an verschiedenen Orten. This means, and I see him often at different places. Und ich lausche oft noch seinen Worten. And lauschen is listening, but in a very specific way. In fact, it is eavesdropping that gets proposed as the translation, but this is kind of wrong. Not as much. We have hearken. I don't really know that one. I'll go to the Webster. Hearken. Listening without much mental comment. To give respectful attention. Yeah, so this is the best translation. To hearken. We have listening without much mental comment. To give respectful attention. Or the third one, to bring to mind something in the past. The connotations in German is man lauscht dem Rauschen der Bäume, der Blätter. So you listen to the leaves that have the wind going through it, where the wind is the instrument, like the wand that plays on the instrument of the leaf, producing sound. Das Rauschen is also the static, like of the television, you know, the ants. Rauschen. Rauschen und Lauschen. This is another rhyme that is outside of the lyrics, that connects to another plane. The first translation here is swoosh. And it is, I like it already, the most. Swoosh. It's not even swooshing or something, it's just swoosh. Like the most, not really, like the static is the most neutral, the most balanced translation. But the best is if you imagine the sound of leaves of a forest. This is Rauschen. And so she says, und ich lausche oft noch seinen Worten. So it would be a mistake to take these two sentences, und ich sehe ihn oft an verschiedenen Orten, I see him often at different places, und ich lausche oft noch seinen Worten, and I listen often still to his words. It would be a mistake to take them at face value. They have to be gekehrt. You must flip them, no? Because this is in the past. We saw it before in the translation. So she actually sees him without him being there, because she sees him in her mind, in the past. She thinks of the past. She has all these connections to these places, die Orte, an verschiedenen Orten. She has all these places where she spent such memorable time with him that she still sees him there. His spirit is tied to these places. Und ich lausche oft noch sein Wort. So she's not like, yeah, she hears him. The resonance, the rhyme that transcends the page where the lyrics of the song is written. In fact, the song is not on a page. It has been written down because it is a good song. But the song is in the air, is in the waves, to be a little more precise, in the sound waves. So the chorus repeats, but again it has evolved. So he says, ich bin nicht hier, um mich zu bemühen. Ich bin hier, um zu glühen. Ich bin hier, um zu blühen. Ich bin nicht hier, um zu gefallen. And now we have the evolution. Ich bin nicht hier für die Bilanz. So this means the Bilanz is from finance. It's the balance, to the balancing of the account, of the accounts, the balance sheet, the balancing of the accounts. It's just so beautiful. He's not here to to balance the account. Well, in fact, he is, but just not in this financial context, in this financial restriction, in this financial circle, because he transcends that circle. Die Bilanz. So, of course, in German, you have Balance. This actually is taken from French. La balance, in fact, is a precise tool of measurement. It is the balance where, like in the Thoth tarot, it's called adjustment. In other tarots, it's called justice. You know. Let me just look it up as well. Die Waage. And in German, die Waage, or the scales. Yeah, that's true. But also Libra. Libra. The star constellation. Yeah? And so we have this song that's called For the Stars. He's not here for balancing the scales. He transcends the constellation of Libra. He is the glow. Yeah. Okay, so we will continue with the evolved chorus. Ich bin nicht hier für die Bilanz. Ich bin hier für den Glanz. And Glanz is the shining. The shining of metal. The translations is gloss, polish, because metal shines when you have polished it. Der Glanz is radiance, sheen, shininess, brilliance, clarity, luminousness, effulgence, resplendence. So he's not here to balance the scales. He's not here to pay a debt. He's here to fucking shine. He's here to radiate. He is the wave. He is the wave function. We see it in the next lines. Ich bin hier für den Tanz. So he's here for the dance. He is here for the dance of the waves. So we have this triple rhyme of Bilanz, the scales, Glanz, the radiance, and Tanz, which is the dance. So all the rhymes are dancing. He is dancing because he manifests himself in all that he does, because he has understood, He has understood what he is here for. And this understanding is represented in rhyme in all he does and wants and feels and says. Ich bin nicht hier, dir zu gefallen. I am not here to owe you something. Der Gefallen, the favor. I am not here for you to owe me something. I am not here for the balancing of the scales. Ich bin hier für den Glanz. I am here to radiate heat, to radiate light, to radiate sound. This song, man, it's so beautiful. I came across it only a couple of days ago, and it came to me because it had to come to me, because it is a representation of I see myself completely in this songs. I rhyme with this song. My actions, my feelings, my being attracted this song to me. Ich bin nicht hier, dir zu gefallen. Ich bin nicht hier für die Bilanz. Ich bin hier für den Glanz. Und ich bin hier für den Tanz. So we have the end of the chorus, which is always the same. Ich bin nicht hier, dir zu gefallen. Ich bin nicht hier, dir zu gefallen. I'm not here for you to take a shine to me. I'm not here to owe you something. I'm not here for you to owe me something. And then we have the outro, which is Nein, ich bin hier für die Sterne und ich bin hier sehr gerne. Und ich bin hier, weil ich lerne, und ich bin nicht hier, dir zu gefallen, which we have encountered before. So, I will play you the song now, because this woman has such a beautiful voice, and the crew she works with, they produce some fine music, man. Okay, so here goes. I present to you Für die Sterne from Doda.
Ich kenne einen Jungen, so seltsam und weise. Manchmal ist er stumm, ganz versunken und leise, dann wieder wild und kaum zu halten, als wäre er erfüllt von Naturgewalten. Er sagt, ich bin nicht hier, um mich zu bemühen. Ich bin hier, um zu blühen. Ich bin hier, um zu blühen. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Ich weiß noch genau, wie wir uns trafen. Der Himmel war blau, ich hatte schlecht geschlafen. Er saß gegenüber in einer Regionalbahn und erzählte über Dinge, die mir vorher egal waren. Er sagt, ich bin nicht hier, um mich zu bemühen. Ich bin hier, um zu glühen. Ich bin hier, um zu blühen. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Nein, ich bin hier für die Sterne und ich bin hier sehr gerne. Und ich bin hier, weil ich lerne. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Und ich sehe ihn oft an verschiedenen Orten. Und ich lausche oft noch seinen Worten. Er sagt, sagt, ich bin nicht hier, um mich zu bemühen. Ich bin hier, um zu glühen. Ich bin hier, um zu blühen. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Ich bin nicht hier für die Bilanz. Ich bin hier für den Glanz und ich bin hier für den Tanz. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Nein, ich bin hier für die Sterne und ich bin hier sehr gern und ich bin hier, weil ich lerne. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen. Ich bin nicht hier, um dir zu gefallen.
Magnificent. When I like a song, I listen to it like 100 times a day in a loop. I want to learn it by memory. I want more than that. I want to let it flow through me and take its effect without thinking about it. I want to be one with it. Yeah. So I think I've achieved my will of lightening the load, of levity. I think that's a word. I think that's the word. It seems I've stumbled. This is not such a nice word. It means excessive or unseemly frivolity. It means lack of steadiness. But here we have changeableness. So maybe it is Mr. Merriam-Webster that has stumbled, because the way I understand this word, to levitate, is exactly the nature of this boy of the song. He is in tune with his changeableness. He is in tune with his totality. That even though it changes, every change rhymes, resonates with each other. Yes, levity. That is what I wanted to channel. And I did. So this has gone on for far too long, and we will go to the hate song in my next recording. A few addendums. There is a rhyme I did forget to talk about. In the chorus, there's the line, ich bin nicht hier, mich zu bemühen. And mich is like the reflexive construct that is necessary with bemühen. Jemanden bemühen. Who do you... Die Mühe. We had it before. The toil, the weight. I think we can also translate it as weight. mich zu bemühen. So this reflexive property would mean to put weight upon myself. But mich und dich rhymes as well. And if you listen closely, you will see that she alternates. It's not always mich. Sometimes it's dich. So at the same time, he says, I'm not here to burden me, and I'm not here to burden you. I levitate. This fucking song, man, it's just, it is the motto of, no, not the motto. It rhymes with my current state. Like, as I go through my day. You can also say that I use this song to remain in resonance with this state. And that is probably a wiser perspective. So yeah, I haven't forgotten about perspective, but I will get to it after the hate song. The last thing I want to note is that the word love is not contained in the lyrics. It is contained in the resonance. Because love does not need definition, does not need to be burdened, bemüht with pertaining to a word. This is a true love song. Love that resonates everywhere. So today, I wish you the loveliest day, filled with the infinite resonance of love throughout everything. Absolute resonance, absolute, total rhyming.